Brian Solis. I'm Principal Analyst at Altimeter Group and author of the new book, What's the Future of Business? What's the Future of Business is my fifth book. It just follows a book I released about a year and a half ago called The End of Business as Usual. They're sort of a partners in crime, if you will. If this is the end of business, then what's the future of business? And I take a look sort of at a high level how society and technology is affecting consumer behavior, and then also the experiences that connect them, and also how those experiences affect your business, and how to get in front of those experiences so you can create the experiences you want them to share. One of the inspirations for What's the Future of Business was when I was writing the last book, I took a look at the negative index. It's called Grubel. And I'd seen one of the companies just sort of trending really high at the moment for negative conversations about the business. And I decided to take a look at that moment in real time. What's going on that's causing this brand to suck? And I had learned that there were just tweet after tweet after tweet, just negative experiences about service and product and experiences. So then I decided to feed that into a word cloud to kind of create this visualization of the words that they most often were sharing. And they were pretty stark and pretty expletive. And then I went to their website where they talk about the business. And I fed that into a word cloud. And I put them next to each other so you could see what customers think the brand is and how the brand talks about the brand. And they couldn't have been more polar opposite. So the difference is that if consumers are feeling this and sharing this, and this is what people are seeing, and this is what they're saying, there's obviously a disconnect between them. So I decided to write a book to show executives that, look, this is affecting consumer behavior. Here's how and why and to what extent. How it's going to impact your business now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. And it's not good, but here's what to do about it. Shared experiences are not an intangible. You can see what those shared experiences are. You can see how far and wide they're spreading. You can see how it's affecting behavior, how it's affecting impressions. It's something that you can actually feel, and that's the point. It's feeling. I think that the future of business sort of lies in the empathy that comes from seeing what those shared experiences are. Now, in order to put those to work for you, shared experiences require that you have to define what the experience should be. For example, you see what they are, you see what the original mission or vision was for your business, and then you kind of see where they're unaligned or misaligned. There's always a gap. They're very rarely in alignment. But Charlene Lee and I of Altimeter Group, we just released a report recently that looked at, say, social media specifically. It's certainly something that is helping businesses start to think more socially, how to be more engaged. And we looked at how they're investing in social media, and we asked a simple question. Does your social media strategy align with your business goals or objectives? And we were really surprised to find out that only 34% of businesses out there said yes. And when we asked them, well, how are you measuring alignment? We found out that it actually wasn't as strong as we wanted. So the number's actually much lower than that. So what that means is a great proportion of businesses trying to be social, trying to change, are actually not aligning those social media strategies with business objectives, and that's a problem. I'm not saying that things have to be lead-driven and sales-driven and marketing in your face. We just have to figure out how business objectives can be more meaningful and how these new technologies can deliver against those while also delivering better experiences. When you talk about creating experiences, I thought what better way to do that than to make the book an experience itself. So if you look at how people are consuming information today, their blog posts, their tweets, their short-form videos, so the attention span is maybe a little bit more focused. I don't want to say it's distracted because it's a bit more focused. So I decided to make the book incredibly visual. It's a square shape. It has a nav bar. The book reads like an analog app. And I felt like that was important to demonstrate. If I could reimagine what a book is, especially for business books, if I could imagine what a book is, imagine what you could reimagine based on the experience you were trying to deliver. At the beginning of the book, I introduced sort of a riff on Joseph Campbell's hero's journey, where I sort of reimagine what the hero's journey means and really who is the hero in this story, and it's the customer. And here's the experience that they go through and the challenges that they have and how you can help them break through the challenges. What I really want people to take away from the book, though, is at the end of the book, and yes, I'm giving away part of the ending, is that the hero's journey is really about you, the reader. You are the hero because you're the person that has to leave this experience and do something with it. You're the change agent. You're the one who has to go and fight the battle. You're the one that has to go and deal with the politics and the drama associated with that politics. But it tells you how to do it. And that's what I do for a living. I go inside of organizations and I help change agents. I help those heroes get the job done, get the momentum started in the right way, where you create alignment, you create a lot of excitement. And that's what this is about, because change is inevitable. So you're either in front of it or you're on the other side of it. That's not where anybody wants to be. So the only way to do that is to be inspired to something that you could aspire to do. The book is online right now at WTFbusiness.com. And yes, what's the future of business? WTF is kind of what I feel sometimes when I go into client or businesses or just any type of engagement, because they're not listening. But that's what we're here to change. And you can also follow me on Twitter at Brian Solis, or read my blog, briansolis.com.